Yo, what's up, YouTube land? What's up, everyone outside of YouTube land? This is Al, aka Dusty Big Brown, and I am hanging with the mightiest panel of them all on a Silver Age Sunday. Yeah! Yeah! Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, we have some esteemed panelists, and we have one of the OGs on the scene. But first, what we're going to do is go to my man Sean. What you got for us today, sir?
I got Avengers number 62, first appearance of Man-8, the monarchy of Man-8, man, Black Panther, and still one of the best characters in the movies. Winston Duke played the hell out of the role, so I wish we get a solo movie with just him.
Yeah, you boy-headed demon. That's what I need to hear the whole movie. I'm gonna go next. Good afternoon, everyone. Sean showed his the other week. I couldn't find it, so I finally found it. Flash Willie Jackson number 1, and then to satiate the Silver Age, I got X-Men number 14. First appearance of the Sentinels is in the house, and Jeff.
Yep. So I got the House of Secrets 92, the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Yep. And then got the video, the short that got me 1.6 million views on my damn YouTube. Well, I don't know where all those people came from, but I appreciate it.
Jeff, I'm gonna fill you on a secret, man. It was me.
All those bots.
Oh, that was me straight up. That was me, brother.
Yeah.
Trying to help you out. Last but not least, we have. He don't need no book.
Well, I got this big German bratwurst. Excuse me while I whip this out. No, actually, I got some comics in the mail system, which should arrive next week. Maybe arrive, maybe don't. Who knows with the post these days?
Understood, man. Well, it's good to have you along for the ride today. Varangian Vigilante is in the house. We're going to start at the top with the comments again. We got Sanimation in the building. Holy shashi. Now, this is old school. Happy Sunday, everyone.
That's it.
We got my boy Larry Crocker in the chat. Yo, what's going on, sir? Hope everything's going well at the job. We got John's Comics with Friends. Good morning, sir. Whenever you want to jump on, sir, you are welcome to. Yeah, with the X-Men, you know it, John. I always got to represent the X-Men in some form or fashion. Rob the Rican Comics. Yo, what's going on? Good afternoon. And we got Who Dat in the building. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry out the family running errands. Bro, you got to do it, man. Just make sure you get some of that good bottled water while you out. Yep. That's an inside joke, y'all. Who Dat know what I'm talking about? So how's everyone doing this afternoon?
Not bad.
Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm excited, that we're doing this. This is the 4th episode, going strong. And, we're going to keep this going, every 2 weeks. And it's great to have VV back, man. I was telling him backstage, I was like, man, I missed the Friday movie talks, man.
Yeah, when I find time, and it's 7 p.m. here, it's almost like bedtime, guys our age shouldn't stay up that late. Well,
hey, bro, because of my job and having to travel a distance, I'll be in bed by 8 p.m.
Yeah.
No, I was like, man, I'm going to bed. It's prime time. What am I doing? I gotta get to sleep because I gotta be up early in the morning to take this long drive.
I recently got into afternoon naps, and
yeah, man.
You know what? I can't take afternoon naps voluntarily. They're typically involuntary, meaning that I sit on it and I just start watching something. Next thing you know, my head's cocked to the side or cocked to the back.
I mean, bro, you fell asleep during live streams, so
hey man,
I
you know what?
That shall never be forgotten.
let's go down the annuals of hanging with the comic crew. Or what was it? Hanging. What was the name of the show, Sean?
Time with the comic community.
Yeah, with the comic crew. I wasn't as slick though. I promise y'all, I wasn't.
That's what you say. That's what you say.
Now, that's not to say that I've not been on some live streams and wanted to pass out. That is the truth.
Yes,
but on that particular day, I wasn't asleep.
No, because
it's so funny when you pop in the stream, you move, and then all of a sudden you just stop moving, and I'm like, "Is Al good, man? Is he waiting?"
Maybe some out of body experience.
That's what
it could have been. It could have been VV. I mean, at some point, but thankfully that was. I think that happened a couple more times, but it wasn't as pronounced as it was that day. And I was embarrassed, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I was at a Chinese restaurant, man, outside waiting for some food. And it would be terrible if I actually fell asleep in the Chinese restaurant parking lot, like waiting for some food. I couldn't live that down, man. Like, honestly. So, yeah. But yeah, man. Anybody got anything they want to show off the rip?
Not really.
I think you gotta come prepared with shit.
I got the new phone.
Hey, let us see it, Jeff. What type of phone is it?
The S26.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. So
you can do some CIA shit with that, can't you?
Pretty much. You've seen it already. You guys seen some of it already.
Hey man.
The only reason I even needed one was because the last phone couldn't hold the charge anymore. So I'm like, well, I might want to go get one before that thing dies on me. Can't use it no more.
I'm like this with cell phones, right? Like, I love technology, don't get me wrong, but I'm not the type of person to go out and buy a brand new phone every time they come out with a new version.
Yeah.
I have this. This is a Galaxy.
Yeah.
I want you to guess which Galaxy it is. You got a 26.
Right. Mine was
probably newer than mine. Is like,
yeah, mine was 20. Mine was a 21 that almost died. So yeah, mine was 6 years ago.
So I use a phone until it dies. Like,
so, me too.
Yeah.
This is a 21.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking it was older.
Yeah.
Hey, it would have been, man. I remember I had a Galaxy S4, man, and I'm like, VV, boy, that thing, man, I charged that thing, and it was like, every time I charged, it's like it was about to explode.
Yeah, just recently changed from a smoke signal to a phone,
Yeah. The only reason I even, like I said, you get same thing happened to you guys. Mine died finally, so I'm like, before it dies, and I need to get everything off of it, let me go get one before everything. I can't get nothing off of it.
And the only thing I bought recently was like a new gaming PC, because I think this year is probably one of the last chances to get like a PC for an okay price. Luckily, I bought it before like the whole RAM thing is like started and everything went like crazily expensive. But let's just say the moment that communist China is at war with the US. Good luck finding something low price tech.
Shout out to Chicago Salty, man. I did watch that video. I never replied to you on Instagram, but I did watch it when Pete uploaded it.
So it's if you guys want, Pete's links are all on my on my channel on my Silver 8 Sunday one. I put Al's and yours, and I'll put VV's later. But yeah, everybody, So Pete's up to 4 subscribers, I think 4 to 5, something like that. Let's get him up to at least 100.
He's supposed to interview me, but we're trying to figure out the date.
Okay.
Hopefully I can do it on the 9th of May. But hopefully we can get it done, because Pete's an awesome guy, man. I would love to.
Yeah.
Did they change the StreamYard logo?
Yeah.
I haven't been on like in a very long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
They changed it 4 times now.
Yeah, they add a lot of stuff too, man. It's expensive now, man. Like if you got the paid version.
Yeah. What is it? There's Restream now too. There's other ones. So there's other versions of this thing.
Have you used any of them?
Yeah. Restream is okay. The other ones are what's it? Rivers. There's another one called Riverside. That's okay. Both of them are all right. It's just depending on what you're gonna use it for.
Hey man, it's funny. Go ahead, Sean.
No, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say it's funny you should mention Riverside, man, because last night I went back and I started watching some shows that I had kind of like stopped watching cold turkey. And there was this y'all remember that show, that series Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just know the name.
So they had an episode that had Chris O'Dowd and what is her name? The Quincy Jones' daughter, not Khadida, but the other one. It is, Khadida. And she had some type of injury to her head or her brain where they took a piece of her brain out and replaced it with like a cloud upload. And the name of the company was called Riverside. The way it worked is that, and it was crazy because Tracy Ellis Ross was a representative of the company. And the way it worked is that they told him, her husband initially, that the services, what they would do is that they would take her memories and they would transplant them to a cloud. And then they do some surgery and they implant some type of something, I guess some nanites or something in her head. And they would download her memories to that device in her head. So the initial cost of the service was like $300 a month. Dude was already a blue collar worker. She was a school teacher. So over time, she was okay. And then all of a sudden she taught class and she started just blabbing like she was doing ads. So they started streaming ads to her brain and she was actually verbalizing those ads. So they went back to the place, right? And they kept telling her, so, okay, well, what you have is the basic service. So we're going to set you up with this plus service, which was like $800 a month. And it had no ads. So she got that. Dude was like working overtime. And then they got ready to head out of town for like on their anniversary. And when they got to the city limits, she just passed out. So he didn't know what the heck was going on. So he turns around. As soon as he turns around to go back into the city limits, she just comes back online. So they go back to the place and say, well, what happened? And it's like, oh, we haven't rolled it nationwide yet. It's only currently in your city and your county. So for an extra $1,000 a month, you get nationwide coverage.
Oh my God,
man, it was insane. I'm sorry, I just went on G-Man's a squirrel. I thought that was very interesting.
That sums up everything that's going on with these services, man.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like it would be very fun if it wouldn't be very realistic.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta pay. You pay for the free basic streaming service, but you get a shit ton of ads. You pay for the service with no ads, they still find a way to throw an ad in there.
That's the same thing with the editing programs that have you use. It's like, oh, if you don't go to the pro, you get a bunch of ads when you're starting the editing. You're like, what the hell? Why's there ads during me editing? It's like,
I swear, like it's still we're like at the time and place that when I want to watch something with the least ads possible, I'm just gonna go to porn portal. That's the next thing. It's like that the comic book community moves to Pornhub or something.
X-Hamster. That's where everybody is, man. Yeah, X-Hamster.
Hey, it'd be like the Chappelle show when he went to the internet.
You're into goat play.
Yeah, pop up ad here, pop up ad there. Ron Jeremy coming in. Oh,
yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Anything interesting y'all are watching lately?
I just got the 4K of the Killer from Arrow Video. So looking forward to watch
that.
Then A Bullet in the Brain is the 4K is coming out soon here in Europe. Before I think in the US, Shout Factory already released all of them. But like here, like in Europe, Arrow does them. Actually not Europe, in the UK, but I'm ordering also the UK there because the right situation in the rest of Europe is sort of weird. So nobody really knows like who has like the right to publish them. Then the 4K of Danger Diabolic just arrived from Eureka.
Hey V, when we watch The Killer, they're like, man, this is a great fucking movie. Then we watch Bullet in the Head. I'm like, damn, now it's hard to figure out which one I like the most because both movies were great already, and it's like these movies are overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm just like for me, The Killer is the best one, but everything is very close. Of course, like Hard Boiled is also amazing, especially the action in 4K. Crazy! I'm so happy they released those, and I'm also very happy that the production company did it that cared about the movies. Because the worst thing is when a big studio releases a 4K, then you usually get like some really lackluster experience. Or the worst thing is when James Cameron does like the 4K and just let an AI run over it. Then I returned the Terminator 4K after halfway watching it through because this is bullshit. Like this is an atrocity and not a real 4K release.
I agree with Sanimation. Like them suckers are selling out quick.
Oh, yeah.
That's why like soon as they release, I had to order them.
Yeah, Shoyung-Fat is the best. And I'm so happy also like a lot of his older movies got released in the UK. Like finally like The God of Gamblers.
Yeah, but he's the Keanu Reeves of Hong Kong. So because he does the same thing Keanu does, like he'll take public transportation, like the way he dresses when he's out.
Shoyung-Fat probably has a better English accent than Keanu Reeves.
So that's how I compare the actors. Like if you guys would ask me like who he is, the way he is, that's pretty much who he is.
I remember even at university I was like I gotta get some Shoyung-Fat into my academic work, so I made like a comparison of the Confucius movie with with the studies of Confucius.
Those movies were just amazing, man.
All right,
just
since
watching them was great.
Yeah, since VV's here, I'm gonna ask your opinion on Red Sonja, the new one.
Horrible.
I had a feeling. That's why I wanted to ask your opinion. I'm like, I watched it too, and I'm like, it's okay. It's not,
It's just, it doesn't. It's like the acting is bad. Like, Red Sonja is not badly cast optically.
Right.
But the actress doesn't has like the gravitas to really pull the character off. She looks the part, but the acting is not it. I even I was actually saying, I'm not really complaining about like the CGI or anything, it's a low budget. Actually, I think for the budget that they had, it looks actually quite good, but it's just it's just very much redundant.
Lackluster.
It's not good enough to be interesting. It's not bad enough to be hilarious.
Right.
It turns you into saying, you know what? Let me just put in the Bridget Nelson Red Sonja and call it a day, man. I'll watch that.
Yeah, the Bridget Nielsen one has so many flaws. But you have the mesmerizing soundtrack by Ennio Morricone. Then you have so many fantastic matte paintings in the background.
I was just thinking that, VV. Like, this modern movies don't have no matte paintings. And those matte paintings, when you watch the old Sword and Sorcery movies, they stand out big time. They put a lot of effort in those artwork.
Yeah, and I just... I just recently rewatched fucking Arthur 4. The quest for the mighty sword, where with the costumes from Troll 2, and it's like the costumes are still great. The Italians just know how to do it, and it's just a new. It was just very much just very much redundant, and it probably even luckily for everybody that likes to read the old Red Sonja stuff, I think it even tanked the worth of the comics.
Godly.
And it's like
That is
all
crazy.
we want is a solid Red Sonja story, taken straight from the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
The Frank Horn.
That story actually, it felt too much like it was like set in the antique world, while the Hyborian Age, of course, in the Hyborian Age you have also aspects, from ancient Rome. It's like it's a smorgasbord of different historical periods, but it lacked the sense of wonder and the sense that basically you're like in an era after like the Great Cataclysm. It was really lacking the sense of there were cultures here before that just disappeared.
What was it? I heard I forgot who I heard this from, but said it was Xena with a metal bra or something like that.
Yeah, one could say that.
It's just gonna drive you to go watch Xena.
Yeah, but that's what I've heard. Like some reviews of it was. I'm like, I had it and watched it too, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, but Xena was at least campy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xena knew what it was.
Yeah.
Same with Hercules, the Legendary Journey. It knew what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, I even watched it. And I'm like, I wonder what VV and Gary think of this. That's the first thing.
Gary liked it. He really liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's just say, if you compare, the Vampirella movie is a way better movie than the new Red Sonja movie.
I'm glad somebody thinks so, because I had what was it? I had Dell. I had Dell sit through it, and we did the review. Dell sat through like 20 minutes, and he said he was like confused and he fell asleep.
I think the movie lives like from the guy from the Doors.
Right. Yeah.
Because he's like, you can really see that he has a lot of fun like playing the bad guy in the movie.
Right.
Talisa Soto is an okay Vampirella. Like, I mean, I love her. Who doesn't love Talisa Soto? But she's not Vampirella.
Right.
She was easy on the eyes, but she didn't have the gravitas to play the character.
Yeah.
Like if they were gonna cast it now, I have somebody in mind. I have the Alno's the one I mentioned, the lady that played in One Piece, Miss All Sunday. What was it? Laura Popova or something like that.
I don't know any new actresses like.
Yeah, but she when I saw her, I'm like, oh well, I mean, Al knows the scene too in One Piece.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Man, Chelsea got something against She-Ra, man. What do you think of the He-Man?
The He-Man trailer.
I didn't like the trailer at all. I think that if you're a fan of the cartoon of He-Man, you might gonna like it. But if you're a fan of the mini comics of He-Man, like I was when I grew up, it's way too bright. Also the mini comics, the mini comics had a more mad tone and they're more like savage, and it's too funny. Like, I want the Alfredo Alcala version of Masters of the Universe. So for me, the trailer didn't do it. So I'm not gonna watch it. But everybody who's gonna enjoy it, like, have fun watching it. And I really think if you're like primarily a fan of the old cartoon, you might really enjoy it. But if you're a fan of the more I wouldn't say adult orientated, but the more adult looking original mini comics, then it's not it.
Well, see, the thing was for me, like, soon as I saw the settings and it's in New York City or something like that, I was like, nah, I'm not interested in this because I'm like, I want to keep it in Eternia.
Right.
Keep it there. That's the whole point of the cartoon and stuff. Like it was all located in Eternia. So
I don't think even there's like I don't even think there's like an excuse for the budget, because of course like the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe had to do it because of the budget, because there was no way they could afford like all the fantastic sets. But I do have to say still that every time I'm rewatching like the Dolph Lundgren Masters, I like it more and more.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, Remo?
Hey, what's going on, Remo?
Great seeing you, man. But yeah, that was it for me. Like, I saw that trailer, and I'm like, man, y'all trying to drive me to go watch the Dolph Lundgren movie, Like this.
When I saw it, that's the first thing I thought of was, are we repeating Dolph? Because he's in modern, he's in modern day. I'm like,
yeah, in the office. Is this gonna be the Office movie? Just with Masters of the Universe?
Yeah. I'm like, what the? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, the new filmmaking is not for me. Yeah. It's like the aesthetic choices and how people act mostly today, the screenwriting. Like I always say, it's like the moment there's no more cocaine in Hollywood. It's just like something is missing in the screenwriting.
It sure is missing, man. The creativity is not there.
Yeah. I mean, Sean and I, like, we're both fans of the original Super Mario Brothers movie, and like, I'm pretty sure there was a shitload of snow in summer, helping creating that movie.
It was entertaining.
And it's just like it's still a fantastic cyberpunk world that they had in there. Yeah, I think that the Masters of the Universe movie probably would have done very well 10 years ago.
So, Dan.
But I think that even mainstream audience might be a little bit over like the whole MCU humor, which I always consider to be horrible.
I'm curious about those two. I mean, I'm more curious about Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
Yes, because Street Fighter actually, remember, Sean, when we talked like what is missing in nowadays like fighting movies, is like they need to cast wrestlers to make it more entertaining.
Right.
And the Street Fighter movie exactly did that. And I mean, Cody's funny movies. I do have to say a modern movie that I actually really enjoyed was actually the Naked Gun remake. and Cody has this wonderful scene.
Yeah, the one part in I'll hold my reservations on the Street Fighter movie until I see it. I'm not going in with super high expectations.
But you're going there.
I don't think I'm going to the theater. When it comes on streaming or something, I'll watch it there. But Mortal Kombat, I wasn't a big fan of the first reboot of Mortal Kombat film.
Well, supposedly this one they took out that other character.
The first one. Interesting. I actually enjoyed for what it is. I actually enjoyed it because they really went full R-rated. The big problem that they made was completely misjudging what Mortal Kombat is. Like, this was like a teaser for the tournament. We're all here for that fucking tournament. Like, we don't need the prequel. We want the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
So this one should be the tournament, supposedly. Yeah. So I'm curious about it. But what would have been cool would have been Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and then Tekken. Like, if they released three, all three, it would have been. That would have been cool if they had, the third movie would have been a Tekken movie.
I mean, they've already. Go ahead, VB. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that with the last Tekken movie coming out,
yeah,
they had sort of a Dragon Ball Evolution thing going on.
Right.
You took the words right out of my mouth, VB. I was just about this. Boy, that movie was that was King of Fighters terrible. Like,
Right.
like, nah, man.
But the three games I grew up on were those three. Were Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken.
And it's like always so funny where it's like, you don't have to reinvent the fucking wheel.
Nope.
Like Bloodsport is the blueprint of a tournament movie. And you have the tournament and that's it, it's fine. It's like there's nothing you don't need to add to it. And if you add to it, don't take away from the tournament.
I mean, to add what Vivi just said, I mean, Mortal Kombat is a direct ripoff of Bloodsport because the game was actually centered around Jean-Claude Van Damme as the main character of the game.
Yeah.
So you already got something to work with, but it is what it is. But I don't know, man. I've been talking to people about the Street Fighter movie. I don't understand how people and I don't know, man. It's like, bro, it's based off a video game for people. It's got a green dude that's half man, half beast.
Right.
You got dudes that throw fire out of their hands. You got one dude that can stretch like from here to McDonald's down the street from my place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a big Russian dude that jumps up in the air like 30 feet and spins people around and drops them on the head. Like it is what it is. I'm happy that it wasn't the Street Fighter from '94, even though I have an affinity for that movie.
Right.
It's,
which of course is saved by M. Bison.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Raul Julia. Yeah, you're right.
Raul Julia.
And then Bison is played by Bison is played by
from the movie we talked. Yeah, that's both. Remember we talked Late Night with the Devil?
Oh, that's such a fantastic movie.
And he's in One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as Mr. 3.
As Mr. 3. Does a great job.
He's also one of these actors, when he plays like a small part, he adds to the movie.
Yeah.
Those are the
and he's a great comic book writer.
Yeah. Same thing. Like
I wrote you.
Yeah. You're not the only one. You did, and a couple other guys did. Like the Smochin. I'll go. Oh yeah, I read some of his stuff. Yeah, he would.
He would do like the Count Crowley comics are fantastic reads.
And then we were joking around, and then I go, I probably can do one.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'll check those movies out. I'm mainly looking forward to Street Fighter because it's the Legend of Chun-Li movie was like
I didn't watch that one.
It was
I couldn't even make it. I couldn't even make it.
Hot caca.
What's up, Deuce?
What up, Deuce?
What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Good. What's happening? You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Good, man. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Just plotting and scheming towards Heroes Con,
Yeah. Well,
I guess that's a big no from all y'all, huh?
Well,
there's too much going on. Plus, I had plans to go to New York ever since last year for this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know, with everything going on, I'm not sure about it.
I was going to say, I need to catch up with y'all, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I've never met you, Sean. I've never met you in person. Or you, VV. Or you, actually, Jeff.
I mean, it's not a lot of people met me.
Yeah, well,
some, but not a lot.
Unless we got a portal type of system, that's the only.
I know, right? I mean, like, well, I know VV's you're probably. I don't even know where you are exactly, honestly, but
yeah,
parts unknown.
Yeah, parts unknown. Yeah, I was gonna say you just using that witness comic book protection program,
Nah, the Mossad probably knows, but otherwise.
Way other side.
Yeah, way.
Kind of figure.
So what's been up to today, Deuce?
So I heard y'all talking about the video game movies and all, and I was like, oh man, that trailer looked kind of cool, and I think it's kind of funny because, like you said, Al, like people are trying to freak out about It's a video game movie, man. Like, why are y'all tripping? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. You know,
I don't-
but
Go ahead.
I was just excited to see Blanca in the trailer because I figured they were going to skip him altogether. You know,
And he's shaking it up.
The original tribe. No, Blanca is Jason Momoa. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The original tribal chief is Akuma.
Yeah.
I got to give it up to him.
Yeah.
Chief.
Is he gonna say that in the movie?
Acknowledge me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be funny if he does.
That's gonna be added to the next Street Fighter game. Akuma saying, "Acknowledge me."
Hey, don't.
Right.
Hey, I
Funny.
would put it past a man considering Triple H did a pedigree in Blade.
Blade free.
I thought that was so terrible, man. I was so embarrassed.
Gyro might
but
end
the-
up doing Cody's move.
but the thing is that Triple H was actually still of the one salvaging things from Blade 3 because he was so bad.
oh, I forgot he was in that. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just reminding you, Deuce, man, that Triple H was in Blade 3. That's the reason why most of us don't really care for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the Chihuahuas.
That movie was, I feel like they could do another Wesley Snipes Blade and do it. There's so many good stories they could use. You know what I mean?
Well, Wolverine and Deadpool proved that we could still get another Wesley Snipes Blade.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again, I mean, dude, when I saw it, I lost my mind. I was like, hell yes, bring it back, please.
Yeah, exactly. Even here in Austria, like when I watched like the Deadpool versus Wolverine movie, like in cinemas, and I just went there because I heard the spoilers that Blade is in it, and I was totally marking out in the cinema, and then suddenly, wait a moment, I'm not the only person here that is cheering for Wesley Snipes as Blade in the cinema. So it just. I really think that, it's actually proven that basically also back then, a lot of people just loved Blade because it was just and a lot of people didn't even knew that Blade was a Marvel character.
No, they didn't. Well, he was a tertiary or even further down the rabbit hole, I would say, character than that. He was he was in Werewolf by Night. He was in some, Tomb of Dracula books, but he had very, very little exposure. Even in comics, really.
I remember actually, I only realized it back then, and I was actually like an avid Marvel reader, but I only just realized it in the Spider-Man cartoon when Blade had like this cameo.
Yeah,
Blade's damn near 70.
And the original cut of Blade 2, you got to see Morbius at the very, very, very bitter end.
There was another, like the first one, the second one.
Yeah, and the first one, it was at the very, very
I
end.
remember also I showed Sean that when the first time I went to Prague, I went like to all the shooting locations from Blade 2, and that was also like a lot of fun.
Hey,
I'd love to see it.
Near 70 years old, and he's still kicking ass, man.
Yeah, dude, for real.
And even if they didn't have him as the titular character, man, they could have worked something out.
Whistler or something. Or
he could have been a version of Whistler.
Man, Chris Christopherson is he ain't here no more.
I was gonna say, how old is he now? Good lord.
He's decomposing.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, he's the actor sadly passed away.
Yeah.
Well.
Like I said, maybe make a part for Wesley to be the Whistler type character or something.
I'm pretty sure like a lot of the audience, as the comics have shown, is very interested in Blade's daughter.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what's funny is, that we all know that was Marvel's first successful movie. Every other movie they did before that bombed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though there were some fun movies, up to this day, I still think that David Hasselhoff is. Of course, I'm German. Like I need to love David Hasselhoff in anything. But I still think that the Nick Fury Hasselhoff movie was actually entertaining, and a lot of one of the movies which actually I think everybody's sleeping on, and I think is a fantastic '90s horror movie, is the Man Thing movie.
Mm.
A lot of people don't even know that there is a Man Thing movie.
I wasn't even aware of that one either because I would go check that out for sure. I'm a big Swamp Thing and Man Thing guy.
That's a pretty good R-rated horror movie with boobs.
Right. With
Marvel movie with boobs. I mean, of course, we already got duck boobs in Howard the Duck. It's also a fantastic Marvel movie.
But it didn't have Adriana Balboa, from Swamp Thing with the boobs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Adrian.
So which movie came out first? Swamp Thing or Man Thing?
Swamp Thing. The Man Thing movie is from the 90s.
Yeah, 90. I forgot. 91.
Yeah, I think Swamp Thing was 80. I want to say 83 or 86. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was definitely from the 80s. I mean, of course, the Return of Swamp Thing was a little bit later.
Yeah.
I would love the first Swamp Thing with the soundtrack from Return of the Swamp Thing.
Hey, Return of the Swamp Thing is just a guilty pleasure, though, man. I like the first Swamp Thing, but the pacing and the action in the second one was just.
The second one is the same director of Deathstalker 2, so you got your fun in there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
Well, and it's funny how far the effects have come and stuff too, because you can see in the original Swamp Thing, when he loses his arm, suddenly his body is disproportionately bigger because they had to hide that arm in the suit. Yeah.
So,
but it's funny too. What?
No, go ahead, Deuce.
No, I was just gonna say, they could do so much more stuff. What do you guys think about what Disney's done? They fired thousands of artists.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's sadly the thing that corporations do when they want to make the numbers look a little bit more pleasing. Sadly, and this is not just a Disney thing. This is sadly very much like a capitalist solution to every problem. Is we're at a point where the only way for a company to make the numbers look better is to fire people, because everything else is already so basically reduced that they can't cut anything off except for people, sadly.
Yeah, I just don't.
It happened to a bunch of wrestlers.
It's there's always that especially when some projects are over and they wanna just they call it so very delightfully, when they want to cut off redundancies. So redundancies sound so much more business-like than firing people.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, it's
non-renewal of contract.
Yes, so I don't think it's. Yeah. I don't think you can really say that they're not in financial problems. And when they have new projects, they probably hire back some people. Of course, some stuff will just be replaced by AI, which will be the natural way to go for a lot of companies.
But you've got all these other Marvel actors too that are coming out speaking against AI because they're afraid they're going to get replaced.
Yeah, but it's that the thing is, and I just go through the book about AI and humans and how to best combine the thing. The problem is even if you hate it, even if you find it scary, and it is very scary. Pandora's box is open. You can't put it back in the box. Yeah, you can't put it back in the box. If you don't use, it's the same thing as we see with wars. There are so many for example, cluster bombs. Most countries in the world are just saying, "Oh, cluster bombs are forbidden. You can't use them." Until you are with the back against the wall in a war. Of course you gotta use them, and it's the same thing with companies. That when a company is in trouble, it will use it, and then the other companies also have to use it. I think the good thing about AI in the sense of entertainment is, I think especially with the recent update in the video technology, that we can basically make just the movies that we want to see. I do think there's going to be a very big problem for movie studios in the future, when this technology is just around, when everybody at home can make their own movies, like why watch the big movies when you can watch a movie that is really tailored to your interest?
So they are using Val Kilmer for an upcoming movie, an AI generated role.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called As Deep as the Grave.
Mm-hmm. And his daughter signed off. Pretty much the whole estate signed off on it and said okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Using
well, maybe they're doing
AI
it like as an
Yeah,
to recreate his likeness and voice.
Yeah, as humans,
Right.
we're gonna face some challenges in the future, and like I always say, I don't see like a future like in the Terminator, where
that's what I was saying. I was about to say Skynet. Totally.
I don't see it like that. I think that mankind will end very in a pleasure. Like we gotta go wait 5 years and wait until we can upload anything like on a sex robot that we want. Nobody's gonna date humans anymore. Like if you have like your
They're already doing that overseas, like in Japan, from what I understand. They've already got like the.
And when this is like when we're like really there, when there's basically no difference, but you have like an AI construct that basically does not like that doesn't come with the challenges of a regular relationship.
But
like,
have you seen Ex Machina?
I did not know, but I've seen
You need to see that
with
movie
Lucy
for
Liu.
sure.
Mastodon, I was thinking that same thing. I was thinking the Surrogates movie with Bruce Willis. Let our surrogates go around doing our jobs. We laid up in the bed, hair growing all wild and shit.
Yes, Dan, you're right. They are doing it already.
At a certain point of time, if AI comes to a point where it takes over most jobs, there must be like a universal basic income, because a state cannot afford millions of people not being able to afford anything and angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the stuff that ends civilizations.
Well, I kind of feel like there's two different stances you can take from at least in the movies. There's two different kind of stances that you could potentially look at, and one of them is called The Creator, and that movie is also brilliant. But Ex Machina takes it to a very, very kind of dark and kind of sinister side of AI too. So I recommend both those movies highly for opposite ends of the spectrum as far as what AI can or may not be able to do eventually.
Yeah, it's
interesting
because I just go through the book where I was also writing in 5 scenarios in which AI might go in the next 10 years in sales. Right. So this was a lot of fun, like to go into the scenarios, and it's always so interesting because personally, like deep down, I am very much. I wouldn't say I'm not against new technology, but I think it was a mistake. But the thing is, it's here and we can't put it back into the box. So we got to deal with it, even if we don't want to deal with it, because otherwise it's going to deal with us.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, where it's the same thing like with a sword. Is even if you don't use a sword can be used against you. So if swords are like around you also gotta have one. And that's basically how the US works, where you can never ever de-arm the US because there's so many weapons around. While of course, like in Europe, since there's like no weapons around, it's very easy. Like you don't need to have a weapon because there are no real weapons around. But in the US, if I, as a European, that is totally against the right of civilians to bear arms, because I think that arms should not be in the hands of civilians. If I would live in the US, fuckload, I would have a whole basement full of guns. Because you need it, because other people have guns.
Well, I mean, people talk about all the time that, guns kill people. I'm like, well, people actually kill people. A gun sitting on a counter doesn't kill anybody. And you got to
guns
talk
are
about
just
murder
making it a
rates,
little
and then you
more
got to talk
easier.
about all the other crazy stuff going on in the world. I mean, people kill people. I don't care where you live, sad but true.
Yeah, but
You know?
it's way tougher to make a massacre with a knife than with
A gun, right?
with gun.
True.
Yeah, but it's like I say, it's the whole.
But it's going back to like your cluster bomb.
If
you
you
know?
live like in a country where there are like no arms around, you don't need those arms. But if you live in a country that has arms around, you also need to have a gun. Like you don't want to, you never want to be behind in an arms race, and you never want to go to a shooting with a knife. Like,
Right.
Yeah. So this is also why I'm not criticizing Americans because they want to have guns, because like you would be stupid if you don't have guns.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My weapon
How do
of
we even
choice,
get on this topic?
poison darts. That's
it's
what I
like because like of course with AI and stuff, and
poison darts.
yeah, it's like also with a company, like if you don't use AI, another company uses AI and they're gonna outrun you, like in the technology race. And this is like, even if you don't like it, you need to find proper AI solutions that work
Or
for
a happy medium.
That's why the competition between these companies, like they're trying to outdo each other with this new technology. It's just like streaming. Look how streaming started out, and then everybody started jumping in the streaming landscape to say, we're going to pull out and create our own streaming service. Pull everything from Netflix and put it on our own streaming service.
Yeah. Now
And this
look
is
how
like
many
a-
streaming
yeah.
services we got.
And this is how you create a bubble. And the same bubble is with the AI. There is a certain AI bubble, of course, since a lot of it runs on venture capital. And once the venture capital runs out, the thing that make money stay, and the other things they go the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
And it's also with the streaming service, where I saw like a lot of streaming service didn't make it after the venture capital ran out, because I know that capitalism hates this fact, but there is no such thing as eternal growth.
No, there's not. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Exactly. So and
There are
and it's
plateaus all along. Every single solitary company that's ever been has always hit plateaus at some point, and then falls, and then usually rises again.
Exactly. And the big problem is, of course, if they're like if the company like is publicly traded, because if you make a lot of money but you make less money than you did last year, you get downgraded. And so basically this is like hope based on internal growth that is not possible. So it's but yeah, it's, I mean, we already see it. We're the last generation who saw the beauty of the 90s. And if somebody would have asked me in the 90s if this would be the last great decade, I would have laughed. Now I'm like, I want to go back to the 90s.
You and me both.
Yeah, it's funny because most of us, I'm Gen X. I don't know about you guys. I know, Dusty, you're Gen X. VV, I don't know when you.
I'm like Sean. I'm very early millennial. So with
okay.
With
and Jeff, I know you're
80,
younger
83.
Yeah. I'm 80, 86. So yeah.
Really, yeah.
So
My bid.
millennial.
My bid tells the story.
Yeah. We have L from the greatest generation.
Mine does too, bro.
You better say it again, VV. Hey man.
Deuce.
Hey, quick thing, real quick, and we're bringing back the Comic Hall crew for this one, but it's funny y'all got on that subject because I've been wrestling with this when it comes down to social media. I don't know if it's a trend, or I don't know if it's just, I don't really know what it is, but it's amazing to me now how I see a lot of quote unquote content creators on social media that's actually taking things from the 80s and 90s and trying to contort it as if it's something completely brand new.
Yeah.
As if to say that my generation and Deuce's generation never existed. They like Thanos just blipped us out. And just like everything that's quote unquote being discovered now has just now came into fruition. And that I'm sorry. It rubs me the wrong way because it's as if there's revisionist history when it comes down to pop culture, and I don't like it. You know, it could arguably be argued that my generation from the early 80s up through the 90s, mid 90s, anything that's considered posh now, it came out during our generation.
Now I'm curious, what like give me an example of like what you talking about, like they're bringing forward that like they act like they create. I'm just curious.
Okay, so you know I collect video games and stuff, right?
Sure.
So you have content channels of younger guys and younger people rather. They're basically acting as if some of this stuff. Well, did you know that this woman that created the Street Fighter 2 soundtrack? Most people don't know that, but it's like they're presenting information from a point of view. It's like they're just recently discovering this for the whole world to see, instead of just saying, you know, I didn't know that blah 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 blah.
Oh, because they're just figuring it out and trying to present it like, oh, this is new, and it's not.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
They're
Okay.
just trying to present it like it's brand new. And
I understood. I just didn't get the context. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like this one guy I responded to yesterday, he's talking about, you know, me and Sean did a show last week, and it was Jeff joined us the week before about anime. So, you know, in my feed, I get a lot of stuff in my algorithms about anime. And this one guy is basically saying that anime, the boom for anime in terms of mainstream popularity in America came around in the early 2000s. And I'm like, hold up, bro.
No.
That's not true.
No.
Like that is not true, because 80s and 90s showed a lot of shows that came from Japan over here. And yeah, it came in slow, but it did come through in a point to where it started being mainstream. So by the late 80s, early 90s, we started seeing Dragon Ball Z, we started seeing Pokemon, we started seeing Ronin Warriors, we started seeing all these shows. And all that. Right. But now all of a sudden, it's like, because anime is so popular now, especially over here in the West, it's like they're just saying this didn't occur. I mean, I've done research on anime because I like anime. Anime actually has his roots back in the 19th century. That's how far it goes as far as manga goes. Yeah, it's the 19th century.
Well, manga, I would say, yeah, I get that.
And in anime, it started in the 50s, of course, in Japan. But me being, you know, Mum Ra the ever living, but I look better than him. It got started like I watched anime in the 70s. Speed Racer. A lot of people don't realize that's an anime.
Yeah.
Me and Sean talk about Battle of the Planets all the time, even though it was god awful. It was an anime from the 70s based on Science Ninja Team Gachama. So it's like you don't. Yeah, it was a niche thing back then because I didn't know it was anime back then because I was a kid.
We just thought it was cartoons. Yeah, I just thought it was cartoons. Yeah.
But once you get older to a point to where you start seeing things and understanding, well, this came from here, this came from here. It's like you take out the whole history of it being. It was a growth that occurred, and the bubble, so to speak, quote unquote, it popped like I said, the mid to late 90s. But for some reason, and it's not just anime, it's like video games and all this kind of stuff. It's like, what is it that you all? Yeah, I get it. It's something new. It's something to be rediscovered. It's because, of course, anything that you don't know or see for the first time is new to you. You know, but why is it that it's so much emphasis on alienating the whole generation because you're trying to make it seem like it started with you? I guess it is clickbait. You know?
I don't think a lot of them mean it actually like in a bad way. The thing is that your generation, also our generation too, like we grew up, we did research in libraries, so we developed like a skill set to do like a proper research. While the new generation, even though they have like all the tools available of doing research, they lack the proper skill set of doing like a thorough research, and also to false proofing or they're like false proofing like what they get as a result. And this is like one of the next important skill sets is like false proof something, because of course AI is shit talking a lot, and you need to have the proper knowledge to say, it's like, hey, wait a moment, this is not correct. And since animation already mentioned that it's alien data, there's like this one article out there where like a young woman was writing about how she discovered aliens, and only through aliens she found out that there were like heroic women, hero protagonists already out there before the new time.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it also depends on where you're from.
Yeah, so I would not fault like young content creators so much. I would rather fault like the system that
taught him.
that is basically that failed them in giving them like the proper skill set for like thorough research.
I mean, if you look at even ancient pantheons of, you know, gods and goddesses, you had female characters that were super empowered, like in ancient civilizations. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, before Christianity, basically,
that's been going on way before Christianity.
Before Christianity had the idea of, wait a moment, we can use this religion to control women. Like in pagan societies, like in Germany, in the early Germany, it's like that women had the right to divorce, and if their husband fucked up, also like to keep the stuff. So this was like I say, it's that's also where you have like a lot of proper goddesses, like in pagan culture. But of course, Christianity is you of course you have like your Mother Mary, etc. But especially the Catholic Church very much is a repression machine against almost everybody that is not in power.
Yeah, that's a whole different ball of wax. I don't think we should really dive into, honestly. That's just a mess, you know?
Yeah.
But you know
big hot mess all the time.
I dislike certain things because VV mentioned about the AI videos. That's people using AI to explain all the old stories. And sometimes I get annoyed by all these AI videos talking about the nostalgia of what we grew up with. And it's like, man, sometimes you're messing up the facts. You know, AI can't actually say it right. You know, and the dialogue does come off wrong.
And this is why you probably need to edit it. Like, you know, if somebody wants to be a YouTuber, they come from a country and they can't properly speak English. And of course, if you want to make money on YouTube, like the English market is still the biggest one for advertisers. Like, if you just use the AI, take your voice to translate everything in English, I don't see a problem in that. But you still have to edit your content. There's like I think one of the best game theorists, like William Spangiel, actually uses AI to make his YouTube videos, and barely anybody notices. It's because he properly edits it. And then there are like videos where after 4 sentences, I can already see the pattern like of the current AI technology. There's a huge difference in quality. If you use AI with your data, with your information to present it better than you could do yourself, I don't see a problem with it. But if you just let AI run and you just take like the results of it without controlling it, fact checking it, and editing it, this is a big problem with misinformation.
Well, that's misinformation rules the world, bro.
Yeah, sadly, it's
sadly.
You know what I don't like about AI? I hate those gooner AI. I hate it, and I'm gonna tell you why I hate it. I'm a man. I am a man. But I'll be damned, man. I see some of them comments, man, out of some of them AIs. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, y'all need to go out and just not touch grass, but just lay in it for a while, man.
There are some very interesting virtual girlfriend chatbots.
Yeah, I'm out of the loop, but I'm guessing you're talking about just like random people trying to show up and like say hey or something. What?
Oh no, there are basically like with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like a large language model.
Yeah,
so it simulates like a conversation. Like it's a language AI.
We all old school dudes.
And you can basically take this technology and basically use it to create like a sex fantasy chatbot that for you, and then you can basically teach like the bot what you want. You can say is like, I want like what to say? Like,
you can take that a billion different directions.
Yeah, a billion different directions.
Go there, but okay.
You can say is like, you get the point.
I get it.
So you can basically make like your private like own dominatrix and
but this like
chat basis.
Certain things with AI, I saw this video and it was interesting. Lex Luthor versus David Xanatos from the Gargoyles universe. And it's like the AI voices them. And I swear to God, they got Jonathan Frakes' voice for Lex Luthor in it. And they was going back and forth with debate. And I was like, David Xanatos is owning Lex Luthor in this. And it's actually like fact, because you look at the character traits, like Lex Luthor is he's a millionaire, he's rich, and he's wealthy, but he's so obsessed with Superman.
Right.
Because he can't take these losses from Superman. Whereas David Xanatos, like, yeah, he had battles against the Gargoyles, but if he lost, it's no problem. I got 4 or 5 other plans that actually won. So at the end of the day, I'm victorious, even if I lost a battle against the Gargoyles. So I'm not losing anything.
I think the biggest problem with AI chatbot is they're large language models. They are not designed to be an encyclopedia. They are not designed to make choices. They are just designed to make assumption which letter is the most probably to come after the next letter, and that they can be used to get some sort of information is a byproduct, but it's not what they were designed to do, and hence they are flawed because they're not designed to give the proper information. Like I'm pretty sure it's going to get better in the future, etc. But I don't think that you can probably use an AI and say, okay, now we can have like the objective decision of which character wins against which character. It's impossible because the AI in order to do that gets the same sources that we get, and all of these sources are very subjective. So it's not designed to give like an objective viewpoint. Like the data is very much biased.
Well, I kind of feel like
exactly.
It's all kind of subjective, right? Like it all kind of depends on. I mean, there are so many factors that go into even just the word danger. Like it's partially environmental, it's partially emotional, it's partially there's lots of different things that go into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like. I mean, unless you threatened AI, and there have been people that have been threatened like to shut them down, and AI has been proven to even lie in real-time situations in order to protect itself and not get shut down.
Yeah, it's lazy in a way that if you don't use like a deep search.
I think it's making us lazy as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big problem, and basically sometimes I feel it's like a skinwalker.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, because like, okay, let me put it to you this way: it's kind of like the movie Idiocracy too, to a point, right? because like when that movie came out, like all the stuff in it was so absurd. You know what I mean? But if you go back to like,
on it.
if I go back to like when I was a kid, and just as an example, I used to remember like 20 phone numbers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 phone numbers.
Can't do that now.
And I could just rattle them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you wanted my buddy Scott's number? Oh, it's this. Blah 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 blah. Now I can't remember like 3 because I don't have to because it's in my phone.
Yeah, the brain is a muscle, and the muscle needs to be
It
trained.
is a muscle. You're exactly right.
It needs to be trained in order to stay active, and
right.
That's why sometimes everybody should do stuff that is not convenient, just in order to keep like the machine going. Otherwise, we are losing like the skill sets that we are obtained with hard work.
And some of them are also being made to be obsolete too. Like, I mean, like when they started doing the whole thing of like not teaching cursive, I'm like, wait, so you're not teaching the language that this country's like founding documents were written in? Huh? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a lot of. And the next thing, like we're already going. I mean, of course, it's like it's not a very revolutionary thing to take Orwell's 1984 as a warning nowadays. But like the newspeak part of it is sadly, I see it like in schools and universities, you know, that the quality is dropped more and more and more. So it's not like, oh, we have to teach people better in order to have like.
Do you feel like that's intentional?
It's intent. I don't think it's evil intentional. I don't think it's like we have to make the people stupid so we can rule them better. The problem is more that if not enough pupils pass our test, we're gonna lose funding. So we have to make like the answers easier in order to keep being funded. That's like one of these things is when a lot of people see some conspiracy theories that our politicians are like evil masterminds. It's like, look at them. Do you really think anybody of them is a mastermind? It's like I don't see any politician in Europe or any politician in the US sitting like in a secret society of evil geniuses. No, what I always say is like the first thing when something comes to mind is like never rule out stupidity and laziness.
Well, you're not right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. Remember in Idiocracy when he took that test?
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the most basic test ever, and they said he was the smartest man ever.
Yeah.
You know what makes me feel?
Well, I mean,
what makes me feel old? Y'all talking about all this stuff is that I remember the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh man,
I remember that too.
Like when you went into a library and you had to go in the bibliography cards and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think that level of intellect is gone.
Yeah, it's like we're like.
Remember Encyclopedia Britannica? Like you didn't know something, and you asked your parents, they go, I don't know, go look in the encyclopedia.
Yeah, Al remembers like discussing with Turing. It's like, that's not gonna go anywhere.
I used to read, like we had a whole set of the encyclopedias growing up.
Yeah.
I read every single one of them from A to Z, and it was fascinating at the time because you know you're getting all this information and all this knowledge of what you're researching and stuff. I would just pick out the one and it showed space, and I was huge into reading about space and all the planets and the stars and stuff like that. I was huge into reading all that, and I didn't need to go online because I had the encyclopedias. Now, it depends on, like, some of those encyclopedias have aged much, you know, so they're not, like, very resourceful. But for me, growing up as a kid, those were important, you know, those encyclopedias and have that information in there. So I read all of that.
Yeah. I saw a funny meme. It just was okay. It's like once you have read the dictionary, every other book is just a remix.
That is funny. That is funny. But then they're making like new entries in the encyclopedia too, like all these weird, like strange, like words. They're like, they're putting slang in there now, and it's like, wait, what? You know?
Yeah, they don't feel authentic.
No, well, there's certain words in our lexicons that are no longer being used, and some of our actual vocabulary is becoming extinct because the words are just not being used in any kind of regular frame of consciousness or conversation, which is kind of wild if you think about it.
I mean, you only have to look at covers from old Archie comics and see how language has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I'll go back to using Leave It to Beaver language, man.
Gee Willikers.
I'm gonna give you a good lick.
I still think my favorite thing was, don't you think, Ward, don't you think you were a little hard on the beaver last night? That will forever be one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah, this is a good conversation here, man.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always the other thing that I say is, like, we can't change the world is going like is there an English expression, going before the hounds? In German we have this for the Hunde gehen. Like we can't change like the big decisions that are out there, but we can at least have a lot of fun during the downfall of society.
Well, I feel like we can make the world a better place, though, one little bit at a time. And that's the main thing. You know what I mean? I feel like you can be a positive influence on somebody. You can teach somebody. You can help somebody. And that's the main thing, And that's just being human in my book.
Yeah. In a very small way, yes. I think that everybody should, if everybody aimed to just be a positive influence in your regional sphere, the world would be a better place. The problem is that, as somebody who studied history, the only thing that is consistent through like a whole history is murder, war, and all the shitty stuff. And sadly, I don't think that humans can achieve like an utopia, sadly. And
well, it brings me back to like the Fifth Element argument, right? So Lilu at the end of that movie, is like, she's done. She's like, why save humanity? Why save this planet? Why save this world? And then,
yeah, well, it would be easier if we were script to it. But then, it's with Dune. That's actually the thing that
you always have hope.
Right? There's the reason with Dune why they don't have computers like in the age that we have witnessed, described by Frank Herbert, is because AI and computers didn't turn out so well in the Dune's history.
No.
What's up?
Well, and I saw something recently too I found very, very interesting. I was like, okay, so with all the movies and all the different stuff that we've seen in our generations, like it's come to a point where I feel like they're telling us, okay, they're showing us a past, they're showing us the present, and they're also kind of showing us a potential future, right? So how do we as people make it so that we don't end up in a Terminator situation where we don't have AI take over, where we don't have, you know what I mean? Like,
the thing is, it's not sure if an actual AI, if an actual super intelligent is possible. If it's possible, we're probably going to see it in the next 5 to 10 years. But
do we want that? I mean, is that even a thing that is a good thing?
No,
you know what I mean?
That's the thing, is that whether or not... and this is something, sadly, that I think is one of the truest parts of the whole Terminator franchise, is that Judgment Day, it's inevitable. Judgment Day is like, you can't avoid it. You can only postpone it every time. And the sad thing is that if we, as humans, if something is achievable, even, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, somebody's going for it.
Yeah.
And this is like the reason why we are where we are, why we are like the supreme species on Earth, is because we never ever let anything be a boundary in the worst and in the best ways possible. And if intelligence and AI super intelligence can be achieved, it's gotta be achieved. It will be achieved. Doesn't matter if it's good to do it, if it's not good to do it. That's the sad thing. It's like the same with nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I feel like it's a slippery slope no matter what you do, honestly.
Yeah, it's like if it can be done, it will be done. The next big question will be what I can see, which would be which I think is very unlikely, but I think would be a possibility if it's theoretically achieved, but nobody presses the on button. Like, this could be something. This has been shown to be done in the past.
And you know what's funny? Remember, me and you, we talked about this. History has a way of repeating itself.
Without a remixing itself.
Repeating or remixing.
Yeah.
Either way, something's gonna come around. And you know, we've read stories, you know, about certain things. We read a lot of comics, we read a lot of short stories and even movies. Like, movies show like all this tyranny and corporations and how they do things to push people down and keep themselves afloat. You know what movie I recently rewatched that we talked about? Soylent Green.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
We talked about it, yeah.
Classic
and how
they
keep the poor people at the bottom and the elites at the top. And we've seen this throughout a lot of media. You know, even in a show like Spider-Man Unlimited, where the high evolutionary and his ilk was on the top, and then all the humans and stuff, they were at the bottom. There's always that the upper class of the rich and the bottom class of the poor. That's been told throughout the history of time, you know, and it seems like it keeps getting more and more prevalent as the decades go through. And now you're seeing these corporations buying things up and taking things away from the middle class, and they just saying, "Yeah, if you want this house, you gotta go through us to get it."
Yeah,
and it's like it's getting more and more prevalent to what's going on today.
And they're trying to stop a lot of that now. They've actually passed some stuff, hopefully that'll stop these corporations from pricing people out of homes. I mean, if you go back and look at the statistics from back in like the 70s, if your dad worked and your mom stayed at home, and he made enough money to take care of the house, the car, the food, the electricity, like, you only needed one income. And a house was affordable because it was like, I can't remember the statistics, but it was like, but everything has gotten so priced out of market, and partially because of what you just said, these corporations buying homes and pricing people out of the market. But I mean, like, it's like, to own a home in this day and age, like, if you try to go out and buy a house, it's going to cost you probably, I don't know, I'm ballparking it here, probably 32 times what you should pay for it.
Yeah. At a certain point, the system will break because it's not sustainable.
Right.
Yep.
But at the same time, you've got so many other people. And again, I heard somebody else talk about it the other day. You know, if you own your home, well, do you really own it? Because if you don't pay the property tax, they're going to take it away from you anyway.
That's the thing is,
but
like,
if you live in an apartment and you miss a payment on that, they will happily kick your butt out of an apartment. You know? So it's like, huh?
It's like it's monopoly. The bank always wins.
Yeah.
And when you said all that deuce about, you know, owning a home and having one income, I think of Al Bundy having a whole family and a big home. And how do you make this income off of shoe sales?
Right.
I mean, like I say, it's like, what does owning really says? It's basically you're allowed to own it until further notice. It's like the same thing. You can be like, you can save up, having like a nice amount of money on your bank account. What if the state decides that we don't like your opinion, so we're gonna freeze all of that.
That's our administration.
Yeah.
You say one wrong thing, they ready to throw your ass out.
Yeah.
That's another question. Yep.
That's like the thing. Is like I'm, as a German, you never be a big fan of Winston Churchill, but there's like one quote by him that I think it is by him at least that is actually very much true. It's if voting could actually change anything, it would be forbidden.
Right? Yeah, they would abolish it because things would actually change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that over and over and over and over and over.
And this is also why I think it's so. I know, like sadly, this is exactly what everybody wants. That the people argue over. That the people argue over like petty things.
Yep, it's all bread and circus, buddy. It's all bread and circus.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, because the worst thing that would be if people would unite against the bigger problem. Even you saw it like even in the US. Remember when they had like this Occupy Wall Street?
Yep.
And it looked like that people from a lot of different walks of life were getting behind of it, and then suddenly it's like, no, we gotta bring some race issues into this.
That's how it always is, though.
Yeah.
Which is why some people have actually lost their lives because of it,
Yeah, it's the game is rigged. You can't win it.
Yeah, Fred Hampton comes to mind.
And this is
who?
Fred Hampton.
Oh, yep.
Because he was uniting everybody.
Yep.
And he ended up, they killed him while he was asleep. I think in Philly, I think.
I mean, you got examples all over the place with that too. I mean, MLK, all kind of other people too.
And then you can go back to the original Martin Luther, like with the Protestant Church, where nothing that he said has not been said at German universities for 200 of years. The problem with him was that he said it outside of the university, and regular people listened to him.
Well, you got to remember, even some of like the ancient Greek scholars were ostracized and threatened, and even held. And they thought Galileo was batshit crazy.
Yeah, and and a lot of assumptions to Galileo, like in the afterwards. It's crazy. Like the thing was just he questioned the.
He questioned the authority and
he questioned authority, and the problem was that. Yes, he was right. The Earth is not in the center of the universe. But the problem with a dogma in church is, even Kevin Smith pointed it out, that if one dogma is wrong, then it means that God has flaws, and then the whole system breaks apart.
Falls apart.
So so of course the church was like, nah, we can't have that.
I still go back to my classic favorite. I still go back to my Alan Moore. I still go back to my V for Vendetta, baby.
On that note, we're going to do a quick commercial. I do commercials on my channel. So hold on one second. We'll be right back, folks.
I bet that pizza tastes good.
Mm-hmm. You've never seen a place like Showbiz Pizza Place. We'll serve you a pizza second to none. So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
Showbiz Pizza Place with over 60 electronic games, pizza baked fresh every day, and the stage show extravaganza on 3 stages.
So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
I get angry just thinking about it makes me mad. Little kids doing drugs, it turns my stomach. That stuff hurts. It stops you from living up to your potential. It holds you back. It hurts the user. It hurts his family. And it hurts his friends. I just want to shake some sense into you kids. that are using drugs and thinking about using. So remember, don't, or else. Okay?
That's Insecticon, the new Decepticon city. It's enormous. That never stopped the Protectobots before. Transform Tripticon. The Transformers. The awesome new Decepticon city, Tripticon, can transform into an incredible battle station.
Transform the Protectobots.
But the Protectobots can transform into Defensor.
But Tripticon can transform again into a dinosaur. Transformers.
The Transformers. Batteries not included from Hasbro.
All right,
man, bringing back some memories
places.
there, bro.
Yeah, man. We can't get caught for them, Sean. I'm sorry. They copyright that.
Hey, they can't come after us for Mr. T giving us a positive message.
Right.
Hey, I gotta ask, how much do you think all that gold around his neck weighed?
He said it on
Did he?
Was it on Dave? No, it wasn't David Letterman. He said it at one point, man. He said it was, matter of fact, I can't remember the amount, but I do know that he had to scale back because it was actually affecting his neck.
I'm sure. I'm like just looking at him and my neck hurts. I'm like, damn,
we
dude.
asked him at MegaCon. We could have asked him at MegaCon, but I would, like Sean said, I wouldn't be paying $100 just to ask him a question.
I think he'd be a cool dude just to sit down and talk to.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably would be.
Probably would be, but not no $100 though.
I still prefer the Snickers ad, one of the best advertisements.
Well, and I got to ask too about those animatronics. Speaking of which, did that not creep you out when you were a kid? It kind of creeped me out when I was a kid.
Nah,
we really didn't know the showbiz.
Like certain things, like those Pirates of Dark Water toys, those figures creep me out. And
the which ones?
Pirates of Dark Water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember those.
It has some creepy figures, man. And even the Sectars. Now, I see Sectar figures now, they then came back, and I'm like, man, how the hell people are interested in buying these bug-like features?
You know, when I was a kid, and one of the German TV stations thought, oh, something is animated, so it must be for kids, which is me, a 6-year-old, watching Watership Down way too soon.
Oh, dude, I just watched a video about that.
I think nothing after that was like scary anymore.
I just watched a video on like the top like 15 most messed up like animated movies that got released, and parents, even though some of these movies had R ratings or even were X-rated, people were still taking their kids. Oh, it's an animated movie, it's fine.
Yeah, like I mean, Watership Down is a masterpiece, but not for a 6-year-old.
Yeah, at one point, the BBC showed Watership Down. I just saw a video on this, no lie, like probably 2 hours ago. They showed Watership Down on Easter Sunday, and then one of the comments that was left, one of the comments that was sent to the BBC was, "Okay, how did you think that this was going to go? You're showing a bunch of dead rabbits on Easter." You know?
Hey, man, the bunnies need to get slaughtered.
Maybe that was by design.
I think I had nightmares for 3 weeks straight after it.
Yeah, there were some interesting movies on that. There was like Felix the Cat. If you remember that one, that was very controversial. Heavy Metal, of course, was on that list.
You mean Fritz the Cat?
Yeah, Fritz the Cat. I'm sorry. Yeah, Fritz the Cat. You're right.
Heavy Metal is a classic. I'll never forget.
Oh, I love Heavy Metal.
Watched that movie, man.
Yeah, Heavy Metal, I actually would not say there's anything traumatic in Heavy Metal, but of course when Felix the Kid, I wouldn't say traumatic. There's this German animated movie called Feli Day, which is like a cat thriller, which is also, I think, a little bit too brutal to watch as a kid, where there's like cat murders.
Hey, I'm playing Violent Shit 3 after cartoons on Saturday. Hey kids, this is a great movie, man.
Violent Shit 3, Infantry of Doom. Watch it.
I always thought that was interesting here that, you know, people would get all up in arms about, you know, violence in movies and violence in this, but video games, you could literally just walk in, rip somebody's head off, throw it on the floor, and then, you know, go kill 300 more people, and it's okay in a video game. I'm like, huh?
Well, you know, back in the day,
they voiced their concerns on that too.
Yeah, Tipper Gore back in the day when Mortal Kombat came out, man, she was trying to get it banned. That's matter of fact, that's how the ESRB for
Yep. Well,
for
that
video
backfired.
games came around. Yeah.
It backfired in the music industry too, because the PMRC was trying to shut down and put every warning label that got put on music. That album sold exponentially more units than it ever did before for those bands.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. With the index on movies, that was like your hunting list. It's like
right.
It's so fun nowadays when all the big the big studios want to avoid like an R rating, and it's like when they make a horror movie that's PG-13, it's like I'm not gonna watch it when it's PG-13. Like
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's like what in the 70s and early 80s when VHS was big, but then you had all those gore fest movies, the full team movies and stuff, and they were deemed video nasties.
Yeah,
yeah, Faces of Death, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah, that's one. Yep. Well, there were like 3 or 4 Faces of Death, if I remember right.
Yeah, about 5, I think.
You know, they said that there's some controversy behind that. I saw a documentary on that because I watched that much like you did, VV, with what you watched. I watched that before it was my time to watch it. And there was one where the guy got drawn and quartered.
Oh, yeah.
But they said that a lot of that stuff was kind of like, I don't know how they faked it. This is some of it was actually true because it was based on certain things that happened like historically.
Yeah, the Cossacks in Russia did it a lot.
Right. But they said that some of the footage, I don't know how they doctored it, but they said it wasn't. I don't know, but what I saw, it looked real.
Anybody from the early internet remember Rotten.com?
Oh my! You know what? It's crazy because my first introduction to Rotten.com, VV, was when Tupac died because they actually had his autopsy photos on Rotten.com.
Oh wow! I forgot about that.
Man, I said, that was some. Yeah, that was the golden age of the internet right there, man.
That was the Wild West before corporations entered. That was like
was wow. Like that. I remember that to this day. When I saw that, it's like, nah, I don't want to see nothing else on here. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. But hey, let me ask y'all this. We were talking about movies a little while ago. There was one that I wanted to ask y'all about. Have y'all seen the trailer for that movie called The Furious?
No, I haven't.
No.
It is pretty intense. It kind of looks like The Raid, and it's like a cross between the Raid and John Wick almost.
Okay,
and it's very intense. So when you get a chance, go check it out. It's called The Furious. Matter of fact, I think it's made by the people that made The Raid. I could be wrong though. I think The Raid is a pretty good movie, but that's just me.
Yeah.
The Raid. How many of them was it? 3 Raid movies or 2?
I think it was 2.
2. We reviewed 2.
2. Okay.
And of course, you got the British Judge Dredd movie, which is basically inspired.
Okay.
I want to share this. I showed this on the Comic Call Crew last year, but I want to share some inside pages. Of course, BB knows this. Yeah. Everybody should know this.
Mm-hmm. Sam Hain.
My own nemesis.
The Real Ghostbusters art book.
Oh yeah.
I was. Huh?
Hey man, looking at your beard up close, you look like that dude off Instagram that he's in the mirror and he says, "Come here." You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
That's who you look like with your beard. I can't remember his name. Jordan, I think that's his name.
Jordan Stallion or something?
Yeah, that's it.
I've seen his videos too. He did a bunch of like exposés on like restaurant recipes and stuff. Mm-hmm. He did that for a long time.
And I thought that Sean is in his Hall of Pain era.
What was that?
I thought like in your Hall of Pain era of like Mark Henry cosplay.
But the difference is I'm the one in pain.
Speaking of which, how you doing, man? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. the character that everybody feared when they were young.
That episode, yeah, that was. There was also like the stuff of nightmares, but fantastically done.
Yeah, man, it's just awesome, man. I love looking at this. The Sandman. And then you look at all the toys, man, like all the advertisements.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really think with the Ghostbusters cartoon, the people behind it really went like in depth with all the lore.
Yes. And reading this book, it's like you hear from J. Michael Straczynski, Richard Muller, and they really wanted to be authentic to the lore of Ghostbusters and making sure they get all the actual ghost stories and the H.P. Lovecraft and all that, and they really added to the Ghostbusters.
I mean, the original Ghostbusters movie, especially, and although the second one, is still a good movie, but it's still like the first one is a fantastic movie. But I don't think that Ghostbusters would have stayed so much in the consciousness of our generation if it weren't for the cartoon.
Yes, I agree 100%. Because they didn't even want to do a sequel.
Yeah. I'm older, so I don't even remember the cartoon much.
You probably remember like the original Ghostbusters with the monkey and the.
Oh.
Hey man, let me tell y'all a little story real quick before I show these comic books. So y'all see that little white section back there on my wall?
Yeah.
That looks like the Rorschach thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you rearrange them?
Yeah, I had a beehive in my wall.
Oh no.
And the length and the height of that, they had to cut a hole in the wall to get the hive. That's how big the hive was.
Jeez.
They
got them out though, right?
Yeah, they killed them. And
oh man.
Yeah, because what happened, the front of my apartment, there's a vent that for some strange reason didn't have like an enclosure on it. So some bees got up in there and made a hive. Right. And keep in mind, from that wall to the front of my apartment is about 20 feet, 30 maybe.
Oh, wow.
So you got this, and then it goes back, and then it goes around.
Oh, wow.
So to make a long story short, they started getting into my apartment. And, these were the stinging bees. They sting you once, and that's it. So I was killing bees like I was the bee killer, number 12. And
you collect the honey first?
Man, I ain't eat no honey out no damn wall, man. Come on, bro.
Oh no, not the bees, not the bees.
No, this is what happened. So apparently the hive was huge. So they sprayed the hive, right? They sprayed in there. And I did not know this. For everybody that's watching this that don't know, and I say this, cockroaches like honey.
Oh, yeah. They're like anything sweet, really.
So when they sprayed, the cockroaches ran for their lives.
Right.
And they started infiltrating my apartment. No joke. I killed 30 cockroaches. Like, I felt like I was in a video game killing cockroaches.
Felt like you were in Creepshow.
You were like,
oh man. You
were like in the tutorial area.
Basically, it was like how to play.
Killing
level
one.
Left, right analog stick, you left, right arm and stuff.
All the years I watched Creepshow, I never understand why that dude stayed in that room.
Right. Well, because he was a germaphobe. So like anything, any outside exposure, he was a shut-in, basically.
I ain't being in that room with those vultures.
He couldn't go anywhere else either with his.
Are you
like
allowed?
I said, he was.
Yeah. Are you allowed to kill bees in the U.S.?
Well, they killed them here. They killed them dead.
Like in my country, when you have like a beehive or even a wasp hive, you're not allowed to kill it. You have to call specialists so they can transport it because they're like under protection by law here.
There are people here in the States that do that. They go and collect beehives, take them and put them in things so they can preserve them, take them to a natural place.
Now here you can actually get a pretty hefty fine if you would like attempt to like get rid of a hive.
Wow.
Yeah, but what happened was they killed the roaches, and I felt like a man after I killed them all. To make a long story short, that wall had a hole in it because apparently I didn't know this. The weight of the hive itself, it wore down the sheetrock. So when when I pressed the wall, it just cracked. So what happened was they came out initially to check the hole because I used to hear the bees in the wall. And like, what in the hell is going on? So they came out, and one guy, he came out and he actually went in there and pulled out a piece of the honeycomb about that wide.
Oh, I'm sure that was just a teeny little bit of it.
Could you at least
say what, VV?
Could you at least keep the honey?
Well, this is the thing. They sprayed some kind of pesticide.
That probably not.
Right. But the crazy part is the dude came in here and he was from the country. Like and he was licking his fingers and stuff. Like, dude, you just sprayed some poison on
it. Yeah, that probably is the same. Like that's the kind of dude that would eat ass on the first date.
I guess. I have no idea.
Oh my god!
I don't know. But yeah, they had to cut the wall from where you see it, and they pulled it out. The honeycomb was from the top of the ceiling, right down to where they cut the wall.
Yeah.
Good lord!
I mean, right now it looks like the epic conclusion of a very long gooning session.
I'm sure. A gooning session to end all gooning sessions for real.
I'm seeing the Rorschach is where I'm at.
Yeah, that's what it is, Rorschach. Say what, VV?
Maybe that would have ended the whole hive too.
Maybe. Hey man, the world may never know, so we don't know. But yeah, man, I had to move all my comics out. So I mean, basically, I just redid stuff. So all my comics in like my sunroom, because y'all know most I have them like,
Yeah.
Anyway,
you know what would have been an easy solution?
What's that?
You would have just shown Modern X-Men to the bees, and they would have left anyway.
No, they would have died on the spot.
No, all you needed to do was put on some Wu-Tang, man. The Killer Bees, man.
No, man, you trying to
attract them more.
You ain't kidding. You want them to kill me, man. I mean,
It's that Killer Bees, man.
Hey, no, son, I can't do that.
You could have got anthrax in there too, attacking the killer bees. Anthrax and PE.
Maybe. But yeah, that's why it looks like it does in here. But anyway, I just wanted to show a couple of books. That's Batman. Yep. It's a really good read. I like it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Batman.
I didn't jump on the series, so I haven't read it. I'll probably get a trade at some point and check it out. But
it's real good, man.
Yeah, it's
that's all I keep hearing is it's killer.
Sean.
Gotcha, man.
Gotcha, man. I like this book too. The art is amazing.
Thundercats, yeah, that's a beautiful cover.
It's either Carla or Perillo, one of the two.
Yeah.
Chitara's looking like a snack on this thing.
Yeah,
she looks amazing.
Yeah, it's probably based off of Carla if it's from Lucio.
Oh, I meant to get that. Dang it! Is that just starting out?
Yeah, this is issue 1 of the new Firestorm series. So
yeah, I wanted to pick that up for sure.
Yeah. And then I got this.
Well, John, you deserve it still for not putting Commando in your top 10 action movies. So I'm gonna throw all the shade on Modern X.
Yep. You got anything to show, Deuce?
I hadn't picked anything out, but I got stuff all over the place. I'm sure I could.
Okay. Well, if you want to, man, you're welcome to.
Give me a minute, Dick.
Got something. So this came from Barbarian. Barbarian actually had somebody contact them about this. It's the actual reading at what was it in England at a bookstore of
for the original for the Hammer movie planned.
Yeah,
Cushing.
Yeah,
Peter Cushing, man, amazing.
Up, man. Is that the original piece?
It's not the original piece. It's a poster they made for the actual live reading. So
I'm saying, is it an original piece from the live reading, or is it?
Yeah,
okay.
It's the original piece from the live reading.
Okay.
I don't know how Barbarian ended up getting a hold of it, but somebody contacted
Dude, he
him.
knows so many people, bro.
Yeah.
He has got stuff, and I know the dude like very well.
I would,
and I'm like,
I would love to be the part of the multiverse where this movie actually got made.
That's what I was
me
about
too.
to say. It's like, man, this would have been epic if we got Peter Cushing in there. In the
Oh, man.
in the 70s.
And it's signed by the actress.
That's cool.
Remember when we also talked about like the Seven Golden Vampires movie?
Yeah.
You had the mix of the Chinese lore with vampires with the gothic horror. That movie was also fantastic.
Or the Chinese zombies that like the
the hot ones. Yeah. There's like you remember when I showed you that one Chinese vampire movie where there's basically a RoboCop rip off.
Yeah.
But what is the actor said that looks exactly like Jeff. and I'm not saying that all Chinese people. No, there's like one actor in there that looks like Jeff, like 100%.
That's funny.
Yeah, but the whole vampire, how those zombies and vampire lore started was because people would work far away from home and they would get transported, like their bodies would get transported and they would stiffen up, bodies would stiffen up. Yeah, and plus they didn't like lay them down and walk them. They actually walked them. So it was like.
And the thing is, of course, also with the bodies, then when the flesh like slowly rots, and then you show more teeth, so it looks to have like, or like that the skin goes back, so it also looks to have longer nails, and this is like where a lot of like the aesthetics for the undead come from.
Yeah.
Speaking of Vampirella, I pulled out some Vampirella books to show. Duff is doing a great job with his Vampirella book club, so I figured, I'll pull out some Vampies.
Yeah.
This is a facsimile, and I got Sarah Fazetta to sign this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Another facsimile.
Mm-hmm.
And then, this is another facsimile, number 3.
We wrote Key Collector for that one because they said it was only limited because it was a short printed, but it's a second appearance of the cousin.
Love this cover.
Mm-hmm. The Sun Goddess. Yep.
Ken Kelly.
Ken Kelly. Yep.
Number 9.
Mm-hmm. And then and it's Wally Wood, and then it's the small part is Boris Vallejo.
The interior art is mostly black and white.
Yeah.
It's good black and white. Some great.
Yeah. We talk. If you want to watch on Vampirella Book Club. We talk about the art inside and the cover stuff. Yeah.
But usually when the cover says when some are in color, but usually they're black and white.
Matches.
Funny enough, they're in the German versions, and a lot of them they painted them.
And it's funny, growing up, I never was into the black and white, but as I got older, I started more appreciating the black and white art a lot more, and to the point where it's like, I need this to be in black and white, because it just has that tone,
Yeah.
Especially when the artists do their job.
One of my favorite St. Julian covers.
Yeah, another one.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Nice.
Another great cover, man. I love this one.
Yeah. First appearance of Vampy with fangs on a cover.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think, isn't that the one they used for the number 1 for the German one?
I think so.
Yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Nice skull cover.
Yeah, I love the skull covers, buddy. Can't go wrong with those in my book.
Nope.
I got a gang of them. And I'm always finding more. Imagine that.
Yeah.
And here, now full color comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think this is the one we got at Wonderwater, right, Jeff? This was on the wall.
Yep. Because I go, which one you missing? He goes, that one. I go, okay. I grabbed it. I go, okay. Yeah, and that's another facsimile one, but that's the first appearance of Panther in books, in Vampyverse, pretty much in the universe.
I think that's original.
All right.
Luana.
Yeah. We actually read the Luana story and the Vampy story in that one.
The crazy thing is, it's still very tough to get the movie. Like if they've got their bootlegs out there, but to get the movie with the proper Frazetta cover, it's very tough.
Yeah, I just wanted to show some love.
Since we're doing Vampy Book Club tonight.
Talking about tonight, I'm gonna get offline and bed ready.
I got a little bit of Vampy stuff, Jeff, but nothing like you do, buddy.
I know my beard is nice, so.
Hey, I just wanted to showcase you for a few more seconds. That's all, man. So you about to head out, VV?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out.
Okay.
Hey, it was great hanging out with you, V, man.
Great hanging out.
Gonna see you in the
Always
future.
good to see you guys.
Yeah, amazing. So have a lot of fun and enjoy your Sunday.
Take care, VV.
Yeah.
See you later, V.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, buddy. All right, let's do this. Let's see.
You ready for us? So there it goes. Let's get it. Orders call off.
Yeah, a little old school. Since we're, it's an old school show, I figured I'd show off a couple of old school. Old 20 Center Boris Karloff Tale of Mystery. Yeah, and I'm analog, baby. See all the analog? Yeah, baby.
Yep. You'll be a rich man later.
Can't go wrong with a good shark cover.
Nope.
Nice.
And I'm going with some old DC here, a little Phantom Stranger.
The Phantom Stranger.
Always had a soft spot for the Stranger. Phantom Stranger, that is. And this one, it's got tentacles. It's got an octopus, of course. Come on, forget about it.
A G-Man special.
Yeah, it's a G-Man special right there. That's right. No G-Man, you can't have this one. You probably already have 4 of them anyway.
Yeah, wherever he's at. Wherever
right. But I picked these up recently, and I was super pumped. I got these for a song. Little hip-hop family tree. Little more. Still chasing some hip-hop covers I've yet to come across. I'm probably not going to try to get all of them because that's just going to be a mess. As far as the Marvel hip-hop covers, because some of them are just...
well, if they fall in your lap...
You'll take
them.
Yeah, if I can scoop them, I will.
Yeah, if they fall in your lap, you're taking them.
No, for sure, ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I got to end with some horror, some newer stuff, but it's still cool.
Yep.
Little Asylum Press, Vampire Macabre. And then I'm gonna. I got a couple more. I got a little trade of the number 2. It's actually a prestige format, but it's a super cool book with the bride looking all swanky.
Yeah.
She got a little picture of Frankie over here too. It's pretty funny. And she's got the mummy brain down here, which is also kind of funny. Hairspray in the box. Alex Maleev, Empire of the Dead from Romero.
Oh, yeah.
I got this little set, which is fun. There's 1. There's 2. I love that cover. 3. No, sorry.
I was about to say that cover's backwards.
Yeah. It's not. And then I got a couple more of those. This is number 4. Number 5. For some of your more modern stuff. And I forgot I picked this one too, just because it's a funky sci-fi, wacky looking alien caliber comic.
Looks like for almost the Frazetta cover almost.
Yeah, but look at that funky
Age.
little alien dude. Of course, you got the damsel over there.
Like always.
You got to have the damsel somewhere. So yeah, little selecting for you. I think I'll bounce for a minute.
No, I'm here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Just some stuff I had at hand.
Cool beans, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to next week's anime stream.
Looking forward to what?
We're talking anime next Saturday night, on Al's channel. Everything according to anime.
I'm just not. I had some stuff, but like I really my knowledge on anime is pretty slim, honestly. Like I'm like Al to some degree. Like I grew up on the the Star Blazers and the Gotcha Man, which back then was Battle of the Planets to us, and then of course we had Speed Racer, and like really the only really anime movie that I really kind of connected with me was because it was horror was Vampire Hunter D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which was great. That was amazing. I love that. So if I found more stuff like that, a lot of people told me to check out what's the one with the big devil looking dude? What's his name?
Devil Man?
Yeah, Devil Man. Or there was another one too that somebody was recommending to me with he looks like he's just like a big evil looking kind of bluish purplish looking dude. It's a wildly popular series. I just can't remember it. Again, I don't know as much about anime, really. My knowledge is very, very limited on that for sure. What is it called? I'm trying to think of the name of it. It'll dawn on me at some point, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we'll be talking about anime in detail. History. I'm working on a little presentation and all, and yeah, it'll be a good show, a really good show. But it's a lot of, I'll tell you this much, it's a lot of anime out there. I mean, it's like it gets released like one right after another.
Of course, it's a factory of artists, and it's a factory of people. It's a lineup. It's how old school Bob the Marvel pin looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much
the bullpen.
Similar to that. It's somebody draws, somebody inks, somebody words. You know what I mean. It goes down the line. So, but artist wise, you have multiple artists, but one artist gets all the credit for it.
Yeah,
most of the time. Like when in Hong Kong, that's what happened with what was it? With they call it Dragon Tiger Gate, or they renamed it over here, but they call it something Hero. I forget, but the actual name is Dragon Tiger Gate, but the original name for it was Little Rascals.
Really?
Yeah, the original name for this comic series was Little Rascals. But when he got over here, he couldn't use it. So he goes, okay, we'll do that's what it was. Oriental Heroes. That's what it was. Oriental Heroes.
I just remembered. Death Note was the one people were recommending to me.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
Death Note.
Oh yeah, Death Note is a good one, man.
The anime is okay. Live action wise, not so much.
But yeah, a friend of mine was telling me check out Death Note. That was the cool one. And I can't remember who the bad guy is, but he's like
his name is Light Yagami.
Yeah.
He has a Death Note.
I'm gonna take your word for that.
Yeah, his name's Light Yagami, and has a book called The Death Note. When he writes a person's name in the book, and they die.
Right.
And as a demon that he actually works with, his name I think is Ryuk.
Yeah, Ryuk. That's it.
Yeah.
That was the name I was trying to come up with. I couldn't remember.
And the police are trying to figure out who he is, so they enlist this guy named L. He's like supposed to be one of the smartest detectives of all time. He's trying to figure out who has the book. So basically, Light is pretty much, it's like a game of cat and mouse. It's really good Death Note, and it's not that long either.
Is it streaming on something?
Probably. Hold on. It might be on Hulu. It might be on Netflix though.
I hope it's on Netflix because I actually have Netflix.
Let's see.
Now.
Yeah, but Death Note's a pretty good one. Now, like Jeff said, the live action sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Funny how that usually goes.
Well, I mean, there's exceptions to the rule. I mean, One Piece has been pretty good.
Some of those shows are like so crazy long. Like, isn't Dragon Ball like 600 episodes or something crazy?
Yeah, well, One Piece is over 1,000. So,
again, the new was one of them that's got crazy amount of episodes.
Yeah.
Like,
and the thing of it is, I think it gets bad. It gets bad press because of the amount of episodes. But the way I equate it is this: if you have been a long time comic book reader, you probably read like 10, 15 versions of whoever your favorite character is. Like me, I'm a huge X-Men fan, so I've been reading the X-Men since the 80s. So I've been reading X-Men from the New Mutants to X-Factor to X-Force to the Wolverine's book, blah, blah, blah. So the amount of time that it will take for me to read every X-Men book that I've read is no different than watching that show. I think some people get caught up in the number.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? They get caught up in the number of episodes and stuff, and at that point they just like, and I get it. That's a lot of episodes to watch, especially if you've never watched it before. But One Piece is good, man. It's really good.
Hey, you tell him, Al.
Again, maybe I'll check it out because I probably won't check out One Piece to start. I'll definitely try to find Death Note though.
Yeah, Death Note for sure. And then if you want to get into it, if you want to get into One Piece, I would recommend if you want to start the live action first and then jump into anime first.
Yep, that's what I normally tell people if they've never watched One Piece. Just watch the live action. They're in the second season now. Now the live action is a bridge from the anime, as the anime is a bridge from the manga, but it gives you an idea of what the show's about.
Yeah, what it entails.
Yeah. But yeah, I was telling them, the Comic Call crew, back when I watched it all in 5 months because I was out with my cancer and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, hey, what the hell? I'll watch it. That was it, So they're currently on 1,159. It came out today. It drops every day. But I'll be doing a video. I actually have a video set for a lot of people because there's a lot of people that's not watched a lot of anime. And I think I watched my share of anime to kind of give people an idea. And I'm pretty sure Sean has too, but give them an idea of what they can start with that won't bore them to death. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like short, quick paced and something to get into if you're interested. So I'm working on that video now. So
I feel like with that many episodes, like you've got character development, I'm sure, through a lot of it, right? Because you got new people coming in, old people going out, right? Like most shows do.
Yeah. And like me and Sean was talking last week, a lot of times people kind of dismiss the week before. Thank you, Sean. I'm getting old, man. It's the beard. But yeah, man. I mean, you with the advantages that manga have over comic books is that typically there's one writer throughout the whole series,
right?
And with Jeff mentioned too, is one writer during the whole series, so things kind of stay congruent unless the writer, starts using crack or something, and then they go off on the deep end.
Starts jumping sharks, right?
Right, they're jumping all kinds of sharks, Sasquatches and Wendigos and everything.
Right.
But for the most part, it stays consistent. So you have a more consistent story as opposed. And I hate to say this, John, I'm telling the truth. Whenever they reboot X-Men, They start over from an issue 1, and then in most cases, most of the writers they don't use continuity. They'll just throw it out the window for something that they want to do.
If you're gonna mention the X-Men, I'm mentioning Vampy. Okay, Vampy does the same thing. It goes back to number 1. It's back to number 1.
I feel like every writer has their own kind of spin on that, and always kind of does that when they re-jump again.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say I'm a fan because I'm, depending on what you're collecting or what you're into, it's royal pain to go back and try to find, a short run of something that didn't last that long.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as it goes, I mean, like I said, but then again, you got anime like Naruto. It was Naruto and then Naruto Shippuden. The first series was like 350 episodes. Second series like 500.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of them, man. Like I said, if you have one writer writing the story, a lot of them, unless they're meant to be short form, like Cowboy Bebop.
Which I did like, Cowboy Bebop. I thought that's
a good one.
And Akira's classic. Can't go wrong with Akira.
Right. Ghost in the Shell.
I watched that last Friday.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell is great. And then I was trying to think, there was another I used to like too. That's older.
There's another one that came out in like the early 2000s. It was directed by the same guy that did Cowboy Bebop, called Samurai Champloo. And
Samurai stuff I like.
It's 26 episodes, and it's basically set in like the I can't remember the feudal period in Japan.
Wasn't 13 Ghosts? That was anime too, right?
It was a movie, I think. Yeah. Movie, and they might have adapted it into an anime.
No, I remember. Yeah, I know, but I thought there was like some kind of ancient. Like I thought there was I know 13 Ghosts was a movie. I have it right here, but which I liked. I thought that was cool with all the different ghosts and all that. But I was trying to think of. I feel like there was some like feudal Japanese version of 13 Ghosts or something like it. Might not have been 13. Might have been a different number, but it was something like they were like ancient Japanese samurai warriors that were ghost or zombie-like. I can't remember. I have to look it up. Does that sound familiar at all?
It does. I wanted to say it was Seven Samurai, but Seven Samurai, that's not it. Even though it's pretty good too, but that sounds familiar though. But I can't. It's so much of that stuff out there. It's hard to keep up with a lot of it because they just churn them out, like Jeff says, like every 5 minutes.
I mentioned Ninja Scroll. Is that Ninja Scroll?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, honestly, you guys are the anime experts. I don't know anything really can compare to any of you.
Japan. Ninja Scroll was one of those that I watched the first time in the mid-90s, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's also one of them ones that, is not suitable for audiences under the age of 15.
Right. Yeah.
But it's good, though. It's good. It's just a different media. And, like I said, the storytelling, a lot of them can be compelling. And a lot of times they use real world, stories and real world situations. I don't know why I can't say that, but it's one reason why I'm a fan of One Piece. So, yeah, man. But anybody got anything else they want to talk about?
I got my last book to show.
Yeah, I got my last book to show.
I'm thinking, I showed you that one last time.
And I showed the facsimile earlier, but this is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But the
wow.
The funny how I gave it to him.
Nobody from Jeff.
Yeah, nobody was filming. I went, hey, Sean, here.
Was that Hero Sign?
No, this was when we was in Ocala.
Yeah.
He's surprised. We went to Five Guys to eat, and he just dropped this on me with nobody knowing it.
Yeah, I purposely did it with nobody because only Steve knew. I go, hey, Steve, I'm gonna go get this today, and I'm gonna go hand it to Sean.
Got the Battle of the Planets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
I got 46 and ready for today.
Yeah, buddy.
I got the Gold Key too. I don't know where it is though. Whitman did a copy, and then Gold Key did a copy.
You know, if I ever run into those, I'm always picking them up so I can find them for you.
Hey man, now this right here, I don't know why I'm sitting here with this like this. This is abstract art, people.
It's according to Al, it's abstract art.
But yeah, man,
some of those are probably expensive.
This series, well, the first one is, I mean, raw, this is probably about $70, $80 plus, depending upon the grade, probably higher.
Wow.
It's the rest of the book, like that Fast Willie Jackson that I showed.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like, how many issues is that series showing? Like maybe 8?
About 6 or 7.
Yeah, something like that. The issues after issue 1, because they're even harder to find than issue 1.
It's the print.
That one with the bikini cover.
Oh my god, that's like a $200 book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, if you find this out in the wild, please pick it up. And if you don't want it, I send you my address.
Well, man, I'm always on the lookout for different stuff. Now, I can't sit here and tell you I'm going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars because I ain't got it. But you know,
I wouldn't even ask.
Yeah.
If you saw one for $5 in a good condition, just say, "Man, I got Fast Willie Jackson for you." Like word. Yeah, man, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
going with a trade.
Hey man, I've heard that ain't Jeffrey. What's his name? Bourdain.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain wrote it.
You know what? I knew I've seen that before you showed the title. I see. I mean, knowing stuff sometimes.
Tales of food and fear and food from around the world. Anthony Bourdain's Hungry Ghosts.
How is it? Is it pretty good?
I haven't read it, believe it or not. I have it sitting here and I just haven't read it. I have probably close to 300 trades, not to mention over 10,000 books. So I got some shit to read, man.
I've heard good things about it. Talk about the history of all the food history of everywhere, and then just ghosts and stuff. I think that's the basis of it.
Yep.
Cool.
The synopsis is really cool. It says a circle of chefs gather to outscare each other with terrifying tales of fear and food from around the world as they play. Okay, I can't say that. The game of 100 candles and pray that they survive the night. Cooked up by the late best-selling author and veteran chef Anthony Bourdain. Skip that. And acclaimed novelist Joel Rose. Skip that. Back together from their New York Times #1 bestseller, Get Zero. Includes 5 all-new original recipes prepared by Bourdain, plus a beautifully illustrated guide to the legendary ghostly spirits behind these horrifying tales.
Hey man, they weren't talking about no cook freak-offs, were they?
No. The word is, I'm going to butcher this completely. It's in Japanese. I don't know.
You're good.
You're good. We trust you, bro. We trust. Nah, don't mess it up.
Hayakamonogatari? Kaida Dankai?
Deuce done something in an evil spirit, y'all.
I hope not.
Wrong, man.
I hope I didn't say some other twisted shit. I don't even know what that means.
Man, you're going to have a grudge visiting our homes tonight, man.
You're going to have other Japanese people going, damn it, Deuce.
You're going to go to the door and be like, it's over with. So, as Sean indicated, we're doing a live stream next Saturday on my channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Just give me a subscribe and a like, please. Jeff, you're running Vampirella tonight, right?
Vampirella Book Club tonight at 6 p.m. and we're doing this issue here, 46.
All right.
The summer special.
And I've sat in on a couple of them, and even though Vampirella is not my bag, they have really rousing conversations. So go check them out if y'all can. Deuce, what you got? You just working and everything?
Yeah, man, just working and trying to save some money.
All right. And also the Comic Call crew will be back the week after on May 9th, be that same day that you're doing your interview, right, Sean?
I haven't confirmed that yet.
Okay.
Still gotta set the date. But we are gonna have Noble Vest, 1/3 of the Soul City. He's open to join us on that show. May is his schedule is clear for May, so I'm looking forward to having him on there.
Cool beans. All right. Any parting words before we adjourn?
Great show, man.
Show. Always fun, man. Always good talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Likewise, man. Shout out to VV, man. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Everybody that actually participated in the chat. We do appreciate it. We will be back in 2 weeks. Don't ask me what date that's going to be, but whatever 2 weeks is from today, that's when we'll be back. If you want to be a part of the Silver Age Sunday, hit me up on Instagram, or hit Sean up on Instagram, or hit Jeff up on Instagram. Let us know and we can shoot you the link. So doesn't matter who you are.
And hopefully we can get Stone Cold Steve and them guys back on, man.
Well, I've been sending them to Javi. I know Steve and Hailey. I want to see Hailey on too. They're in that Friends of P chat that we have on Instagram. So hopefully they'll get free again, or they'll get well. I hope Hailey becomes free. Javi, I guess he's really
available because he works on Sundays.
Yeah, and he has his band too. So, he's got his music thing going. So, but anyway, that is it. It's good, man. We had a great time today, and we will see you all in 2 weeks. Y'all have a good one.
See you later.
Hey, thanks for having me on, brother.
Hey, no problem. Anytime, dudes. All right, y'all take it easy.